50% of the truck drivers voted for Trump. Now they go to the ports and the piers and look for a load to carry, and they find out that half the fucking ships are empty and the other half are being diverted by China to other places. The only fucking thing you'll be hauling is Trump the fuck out of the White House back to Mar-a-Lago.
So trucking is down right now. I'm talking about levels that we haven't seen since the pandemic. Now, the reason for this all of a sudden is all because of Trump's tariffs. They created a market of uncertainty, and as a result, folks just aren't shipping stuff here, and that hurts truckers. Now, I just want to remind you that Republicans can stop any of this whenever they want, because Congress has the ability to take Trump's tariffs power away from him, so we all can come together to axe the Trump tax. But because they're too afraid of him, they won't do it. So truckers are getting screwed because Republicans are too weak to stand up to Donald Trump. Shameful.
I'm going to cut in real quick here. 90% of these people voted for this. Yeah, good 87 to 90% truck drivers in the trucking industry voted for this. I know a few truckers. And boy, man. All they talk about is what Trump's going to do, what he's going to do, what he did, what he's going to do again. Even to this day, after these first 3 months, Trump's still going to fix it. I don't know how to say this any clearer, any nicer. These people are stupid. I just shake my head when I'm talking to them. Like, okay, I know it does no good. Try to get them to see any truth or any good points. Show me the facts. Hey, they are brainwashed. Like that 33% Trump code, they're part of that. You can forget trying to reason with them. It boggles my mind how people like to vote against their own best interests. Here's another example of that. Let's continue.
Real time.
The trucking industry is about to have an FAFO moment brought to you by Donald Trump. As a result of Donald Trump putting huge tariffs on China, the number of shipping containers coming from China has plummeted in the last month. One of the largest ports in the United States, the Port of Los Angeles, has seen a 20% decrease in the number of shipments coming in year over year, with a 19% decrease in bookings. And very soon, the trucking industry is going to feel it because those 40-foot containers get loaded onto semis to be distributed around the United States. Meanwhile, the CEOs of Target, Walmart, and Home Depot have privately warned Donald Trump that there will be shortages and shelves empty as a result. That means fewer truckers needed to bring stuff in because there isn't anything to bring in. And yet it's hard to feel sorry for the trucking industry. They are the 6th most partisan industry to the Republican Party. Last year, they donated about 87.6% of all of their donations to Republicans. That was a little over $11 million.
Giving our customers an atmosphere of uncertainty, and so they're not ordering as much. You can see gaps in the container parking space.
He believes this has to do with the sweeping tariffs coming out of Washington. Aboudi is the president of Oakland Maritime Support Services, a 15-acre truck parking and service facility for thousands of truckers coming to and from the Port of Oakland daily. But since new tariffs went into effect earlier this month, Aboudi says things have been slower at their service facility.
We normally would come out to here with double loading because we're out of space. But now you can see I don't, and I have plenty of space there, and I also have a special project going on in the other half of my yard. And that's how slow it is. If I can't pay you, I can't keep you on the clock. So we are sending people home, and we hope that there's a return in business after this is settled.
The port saw a 9% increase in imports in March, which Aboudi believes was an attempt to beat the tariffs. In a statement, the Port of Oakland admits they have seen a slowdown.
We're being bullied to the rest of the world, and we need to learn to play nice. This is a chain, a logistical chain. So the longshoremen are going to feel it because there's going to be less cargo coming off those ships, so they work less hours. We're going to feel it because we pull the containers. We take them to warehouses. They're going to feel it because they don't need those warehouse people. And then the ultimate is going to be the consumer. We're going to feel it in our wallet. That dollar's not going to go far.
Yeah, people, this is not going to end well. Anyone with an ounce of sense can see that it's not going to end well. if this was gonna work, it would literally take freaking at least 10 years to just get going. And by then, it would be 70% robots, if not 80%, in most of these factories, especially these car factories. As far as current situation, the warehouses, yeah, some of these companies had reserves, and they built their reserves when this fool got in, Trump, and started talking about tariffs, especially tariffs he's talking about. Yeah, they put the reserves up a little bit. That's why we're not in total pain already. But that's not going to last. Like the guy was saying. Yeah, once those reserves run out, it's going to be nail-biting time. It's going to get real ugly. Because the imports are going to cut down. No one's going to pay those, even the 10% tariffs. That's insane, you know? And what they do bring in, they're going to put it on us, the consumer. It's ridiculous now. It's going to get a lot more ridiculous, the prices we pay. But some people have to learn the hard way. And the shame of all of this, most of these people who don't learn. Those farmers who voted for Trump in 2016 and 2020 will vote for him again, even though they got hurt both times by his crazy tariffs and crazy policies. Over and over again, people have to learn the same lessons. And some of them still don't learn those lessons. This situation we're in, the ways that we got to the situation is people don't learn. One reason they don't learn is because they keep listening to right-wing media, who feeds them a bunch of bunk. And they just believe it because that's what they want to hear. Even though it's against their own best interest. Yeah, people are stupid. I'm sorry, but they are. Too many. We have too many in this country. Way too many. And that's all I got for today. Thanks for watching.